This is Actively Amber, and we are going to start a reaching restorative with mudras today. So find yourself kind of in a seated position. I have my pillow behind me, kind of underneath me so that my hips are higher than my knees. You can do cross-legged, you could do, crisscross applesauce, whatever you want. Just find yourself in a comfortable position. Beautiful. Okay. Here with Nani, she's here with me today. Sorry, I think I'm blocking her, can't see.
It's all right.
So we're gonna teach a little bit of mudras along with it. So for our first relaxing, kind of getting in and setting our attention, I want us to start with our first set of mudras. And what we're gonna do is we're going to place the tip of your thumb on your index finger on both hands, and you're just gonna extend out the other fingers, okay? So sometimes when you put them like this and your fingers are pointed upwards, you're pointing them up to heaven, right? That's Jnana mudra. If your fingers are pointing down towards the earth and just resting, that's the chin mudra. So you can decide which one you want to do. You can also alternate to where you do have one set of fingers are pointing down towards the earth and then one is pointing up towards the heaven. So you have a Jnana mudra on one side and a chin mudra on the other side. Or you can do them both up, both down. You pick how you want them to go and just get them perfect. Make sure that thumb and that index finger are touching the other fingers are extended out. This Jnana and this chin mudra, what it does is it symbolizes the connected nature of human consciousness. And it really helps to clear the mind. You'll see this mudra a lot. It can help with insomnia, if you're super sleepy, helps you to go to sleep. Can help with depression, hypertension. It activates your mind, so it's a good one to start out with. And it helps you to think of the color white, which of course is our higher consciousness. So let's start with our mudra here. Let's close our eyes. And let's just start breathing in through the nose slowly and out through the nose. We're using our ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. And what I want you to do is start just picturing white. When you inhale, the white is kind of crawling up through the body to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, you're pushing the white down into the earth. White light, giving you energy all throughout the body. It'll help to clear your mind, helps to bring you peace. Set your intention for today. What do you want to get out of practice today? Relax. Do I want to clear my head? Do I want to not think about worries? I want to be clear and focused, peaceful, energized. What is your intention today? I want y'all to keep breathing in and out through the nose. Nice and slow. And just stay right there. Hey Tracy, just trying to make sure I can see who's on there. Keep that breathing going. Hopefully you can hear me over the music. It's a little closer to y'all than I thought, but it'll work. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And today we're just gonna start easy. We're gonna release our fingers. We're gonna bring our hands to our knees, and I just wanna start with some circular moves. So I wanna inhale, and let's lean to one side. So I'm gonna pick this right side, inhaling, and I'm gonna come forward. As I get over to my left side, I'm gonna start exhaling, and I'm gonna start coming back. Back around. Once I get over to this other side, I'm gonna start inhaling again. up those hips. Getting those joints started to lubricate, get ready for some active flow. Inhaling one way and then exhaling back. When you get to this right side, let's stop and let's reverse and inhale. And let's exhale, coming around front and to the side, and keep going in your circular motion. Nani, keep going. Inhaling and exhaling. You're gonna keep going. Good. Perfect. We're gonna meet back at neutral. And I want us to inhale, arms come up to the sky. And let's actually just drop one hand down. So I'm gonna drop down my left hand and I'm just gonna stretch to the side, exhaling. Good. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, let's drop the other arm. Exhaling over. Good. Inhaling. Bring everything down. Let's go ahead and take out our pillows if you have pillows. And I think at this point, let's just go ahead and roll over onto all fours. Looks like I'm having other video issues, so I'm not sure the group can see. We're gonna get on all fours here, and let's just do some easy cat-cows at this point, right? So I want you to cat-cow. So we're gonna inhale, we're gonna drop that belly, raise that head up. And as you exhale, I want you to pull that belly in tight, lower that head and look underneath your to your belly button. And just flow with that, okay? So you're gonna flow, you're gonna watch Nani flow for a second. And just keep going with your breath, inhale and exhale. With your breath. Let me take this book off. And then we're going to stop and meet at neutral. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. And I just want us to flow a little bit with our breath. So we're going to inhale, pointing out my left leg, right arm, thumbs are up, toes are down. You're just going to lift it up, inhale, exhale, bring it all the way down. We're going to do the other side now. Inhale, keep the pillow out the way, and exhale down. Good. Inhale up. Just keep alternating sides. Thumbs are up, toes are down when you raise them up on the inhale. Strengthening and straightening that body. Good. That's okay. If you forget which side you're doing, just go back. Good. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now let's hold it for a little while. So let's inhale it up. And let's just exhale, holding it. Inhale, exhale. Taking a couple of breaths here. Feel that belly tighten it up really good. Tighten those glutes. Exhale it down. We're going to inhale it up. Pulling in those abs, nice and tight, making sure your glutes are tight. Just keep breathing in and out. Good. Set it down. Let's go back to child's pose. So, knees out, toes together. Let's just lean back, forehead on the mat. I want you to stay here. Take some breaths. In and out the nose. Slowly. Good. Keep breathing. In and out through the nose. You guys are doing great. Keep breathing. Slow that breath down. so that that inhale is super slow and that exhale is also super slow. You may want to start circling those hips or kind of swaying them back and forth, just a little bit. We're gonna come up, bringing our knees together. Curl the toes. You guys ready? We're gonna go up to our first down dog. So we're gonna take an inhale and we're gonna just spreading our fingers apart, pushing all of our weight into the ball of those toes there. We're just gonna raise it up gently. First down dog, so walk it up. And you want to walk it out. So you're going to bend one knee, put one heel down. On the exhale, you're going to bend the other knee, put the heel down. Make sure your head is down, you're pushing through your shoulders, bottom is up high, not going too fast on your walkabout here. Good. Since this is our first down dog, we're just going to gently start to walk it forward. Walk it forward, bending the knees, coming to kind of a forward fold. Put your hands on your shins, and we're gonna half lift. Straighten it out. Pulling from a straight line from your bottom all the way through your head. Exhale, letting it flow back down. We're gonna bend our knees, and we're gonna stretch our arms out and inhale. Up, reverse swan dive. Hands together in Anjali mudra. Bring them down to your heart center. Good. Let's bring our hands down. Feet are just shoulder width apart with a little bend in the knees into our mountain pose, which is gonna let all of that blood rush come back down. We're just gonna breathe in and out through our nose. Shoulders are up, back, and down. Knees have a slight bend in them. Pelvis is not sticking the booty out, it's pushing the booty under. Good. Take some cleansing breaths here. I always, on my first inversion, my nose starts running. It's good, it'll clear the sinuses for you, right? Y'all stay right there. I'm just gonna turn so I can face y'all a little bit so y'all can see a little bit better. In our mountain pose. Let's take a cleansing inhale up. So inhale up to the sky. Let's interlock those fingers together. And let's exhale, twisting them upside down. You're gonna push your palms to the ceiling. Stretching out those shoulders. Take an inhale, let's bring it back behind your head. I want you to exhale here. And then on the inhale, we're gonna send it back up to the sky. And on an exhale, let's go to the side. Stretch it out. Inhale, we'll come back up. On your own breath, exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale back behind your head. Squeezing those shoulder blades behind you. Really gonna strengthen these shoulder blades. Inhale up. And let's exhale, bringing those arms back down. You're gonna feel some good strengthening in those arms when you work and reach high. Reaching, you know, as you go. Let's inhale again. This time, let's swan dive as you exhale, all the way down. Bend the knees a little bit if you need to. We're probably not as loose and stretched out as normally, you know, you get through the whole hour. So you can bend the knees. If you can't touch, that's fine. You can touch wherever you can. If you're able to touch the mat, we don't want palms down. We want palms facing you. Good. Sway back and forth. stretching out this hip area, back of the legs.
Yeah, the back of the legs.
Yes. If you feel it too much in the back of the legs, go ahead and bend your knees a little bit more and support. Just kind of put your whole chest and belly on your legs if you need to, just to support it a little bit more and decrease that stretch you're getting. But if you like it, you can straighten it or just have a micro bend in your knees. You can even put your arms up here and grab your elbows and just frame your face. That's going to increase your stretch in that lower back. It's up to you. You go to where you feel comfortable. We're going to release our hands down. And let's just put our fingers over our toes, bend your knees, and let's slowly inhale. I want you to go so slow, one vertebrae at a time. Feeling it come up, making sure those knees are nice and bent. Beautiful. Shoulders come up, back and down. Hands back out of your mountain. Inhale those arms up. Hands come together in Anjali mudra, bringing them down, letting all that blood rush back down, decreasing the chance of dizziness. We're going to go with it. Beautiful. All right. We're going to work on a little balance. So I'm going to pick my right leg here. It's going to be my base. You do want a little micro bend in the knee, of course. We don't want it stick straight. That's when you start to hurt the knee, you start to pass out, those kind of things. So we want a little bend. My other leg is just going to kickstand. And we're going to start with tree. So we're going to inhale it up. Make sure I don't hit anything over here. Just finding your balance. Find a spot in front of you that you can stare at. That is going to be your drishti, your spot you can focus on, and just send all of your energy right there to keep your balance. You can start to raise your leg up if you want. This leg is my better balance, so I'm going to go all the way up. Arms, how do you want your branches? Do you want your branches together? Do they need to be kind of closer to your chest to kind of keep your balance? If this is way easy, you can start moving your branches about. And sorry, Nani, if you're behind me, you probably can't stare at anything without me moving, so I'll try not to move my arms.
Okay. It's okay.
Like, oops. She's probably trying to stare through me, and that's just not.
No, I'm over on the left.
Okay. You just kind of do your little balance wherever you need. We are building some heat in our muscles here. That thigh, we're using it, that ankle, when it's wobbling and it's trying to help us correct and teeter back, it's building a super strong ankle. So I love that. If you want to get your arms more involved, you can press them together, that Anjali mudra, but you really activate squeezing. You're okay. Ooh. You lose focusness, you may wobble. As you can see, I changed my eye focus. Doing good. Take some breaths here. Let's inhale. We're going to bring our arms up to the sky. Exhale. Everything comes down. Arms and legs down. I do like to roll out that ankle where we've been on it just because it's, I'm telling you, if you need some stronger ankles, you need to do balancing poses because they will help those ankles, especially if you're a runner or you walk a lot, you're on concrete, you've got to help that. So let's switch sides. Other side, and remember, not stick straight. We want a little bend. Kind of kickstand, nice and easy. Inhale up. Find your drishti or your spot, and then you can determine, do you want to start moving it up? I'm going to switch my leg placement on this one, just to change it up so that my body doesn't think I'm going to go to the same spot every time. It's nice to change it up. I'm going to also wrap my hands around, and I'm going to grab my elbows. You don't have to, but you can try it if you want. You can put your arms together, knees popped out a little bit, not forward. There you go. Something we work on, right? Just gonna grab behind, just to stretch out these shoulders again.
that's right. I looked at the light.
If you do,
I looked at the
go right
light.
back. Yeah. Don't go to the light right now. Inhale up.
Okay, thank you.
Exhale down. And roll it out.
Yes, I need to practice.
That's okay. Practice makes perfect, and we just keep working with what your body feels, right? Woo. There I go. I can't even stand today.
I'm rubbing off on you.
I'm coming to the light, which is hard.
Yeah, don't go to light.
It is awful. It's blinding. So I'm like, whoa. All right. Y'all ready to inhale up? Inhale up. Let's exhale, swan dive down. Good. Bend the knees slightly if you need. Just kind of let your head hang, shaking yes, no. And I want us to walk our hands over. I'm going to take my left hand over to my right foot, to like my right heel. And I'm going to twist. Twist open. If you can't twist all the way, you can keep your hand to your chest right here and just raise that elbow up. Or you can open the arms. Good. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, we're going to come down. Inhale, back at center. Shake the head out, yes, no. We're going to inhale, moving now our right hand over to our left heel to the other side. You can raise up halfway if you need for the elbow, or you can raise the arm all the way up. Doing good. Inhale, exhale. Let's exhale, bring it back down. Good. Let's go ahead, bend the knees. We're actually going to come all the way down this time onto our feet. Okay, hands down, monkey. Just giving our head a little bit of a break, roll it out, back and forth. My neck always gets super tight when I do a lot, so I start to have to, I can feel it moving during yoga, which is nice, because then I can actually get the stiffness out and move it. So from here, let's put our palms down and let's just move back into a lunge. High lunge. If you need a block, we have blocks. You can put the blocks on the side if you need it. If it's too much for you, you can come all the way up if you need to. You may need the blocks if you want to do the green ones, which are the bigger ones, on the sides of you. And you can even turn them up a little bit more if you want the blocks to be taller. The blocks are wonderful. They have like 4 different sides and how you can do them. So I love the blocks. We're just stretching out the inner thigh, hip flexors here, the glute. Woo! Isn't it lovely? Good. Let's bring this back knee down. And just be careful on this front knee. The knee is behind the toes. So you got to make sure you're protecting your knee, right? Let's release this back foot and let's inhale and just come on up to a crescent lunge. Woo. Bring your hands together if you need for extra balance. You can bring them to your chest. You can even bring them to your leg. That's okay. You're doing good.
I swear I didn't have any wine. I swear.
She hasn't done that. She's missed 2 weeks, so that may be why. Exhale, come on down. I want us to curl our toe in the back, and we're just going to start to slowly kind of walk it back a little bit. We're going to start to stretch out my left leg here. Toes are flexed, so that means they're pointing back to us. Inhale, straighten that back, and as you exhale, just see if you can round out a little bit. If it's too much, you can bend this knee. You're going to feel it in this left thigh, the hamstring, and even the glutes. Good. We're going to start to inhale, and we're going to walk it back forward. All fours. And let's go ahead and do a child's pose. So knees out, toes together, lean it back. We're gonna stretch out the back end here. Kind of rock those hips back and forth. Just giving that inner thigh a little extra stretch. Good. Make sure you're breathing in and out through the nose, and let's inhale. We're gonna kind of walk it back up to our all fours. Now we are going to change sides. So I do want to bring my right foot up here. I want to curl the back toes. I want to come into my high lunge first. The blocks. Good job keeping that knee behind the toes. Safety first, right? I like it.
Fun one.
Good job. And again, if this is too much and you need to come up on the blocks or even up higher, you can. This does stretch out nicely through the back end, the other side's hip flexors. Let's go ahead and drop the knee though. Release that back foot. We're going to inhale it up into our crescent lunge. Again, you can keep your hands together, find your focal point. And if it helps you to curl that back foot toe to keep your balance, you can do that. Sometimes that does help. Good. Exhale, we're going to bring it back down. We are going to curl the back toes this time. And we're just going to start to inhale and just start to walk it back. Walk it back. Straightening out this front leg, kind of flexing the toes back a little bit. You can already feel it stretching throughout the thigh. Inhale, straightening up. Exhale, you're just going to kind of let it fall forward. Our legs support us all day long. Such a heavy force that it just has no problem supporting us. We've got to be able to stretch it out. Give thanks back to it for keeping us upright and walking. Good. Let's inhale, start to walk it forward. We're going to move back to all fours to a child's pose. So knees out, toes together. Stretch it out. Forehead down. Relax. You can even turn your head to one side. And let's just put our arms around. This is my favorite part right here. Take some breaths in and out. You okay?
Yeah.
After you've taken a couple breaths on one side, you do need to switch sides of your cheek. So swap your face to where you're laying on the other side of your face now. Let me take a couple breaths here. We want to be equal. It's all about the yin and the yang, the right and the left. Beautiful. I know we want to stay here, but we got to keep moving. Arms come back out. And what we're going to do is move our little knees together, curl our toes to an extended child's pose now. So, curl your toes under, knees, forehead is down, but your elbows are up off the mat. Palms are out, gripping, pushing back to those toes. And I want us to inhale, and we're going to come up into down dog. Walk it forward a little bit. Make sure your head is down in between those elbows, kind of pushing your bottom to the sky. And then as you walk it out, bend one knee, push the other heel down. Good. While you're walking it, we're going to do a small flow. So I want you to raise up that right leg to the sky. As you exhale, let it fall open. Good. Inhale, straighten it. Exhale, back down to the sky, or down to the ground.
Yeah, baby.
Inhale, we're going to take the left leg now up. Exhale, we're just going to let the heel fall towards the bottom, opening that hip. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, back down. From here, I want you to slowly roll forward into plank. Good. Knees down if you need. We'll come back into our child's pose. We want it to be the extended, so knees are together, toes are together, but then they're curled under, okay? Good. Let me fix my shirt wants to fall out. Beautiful. Let's do, inhale, bring your hands back behind you, interlock them, foreheads on the mat. As we exhale, I want you to roll forward slowly. We're just going to stretch the arms back. Rolling to the crown of your head. Stretching out those shoulders. Raising those arms up if you can. Good. Good, stretching the shoulders. Inhale, coming down, rolling back to your forehead, releasing those arms down, coming back up to all fours. Take an inhale and exhale here. Good. Excuse me. Now my nose goes crazy. We're going to do a little bit of a pulse. So we're going to inhale, bringing up. I'm going to bring up my right hand, my left. But on this one, I'm going to start to bend my knee and I'm going to pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Extend it out. Exhale it down. Take a good inhale, exhale. We're going to inhale, raise up the other side. Left arm, right leg. I'm going to bend my knee. And let's pulse for 10. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and extend and lower. Good. So let's start to come back like you were doing a child's pose, but I want our toes uncurled, and I want you just to lean slowly to one side. Maybe the right side. Bring your arms to your left side. There you go. You're gonna feel a stretch in the glutes, up through the hips, maybe even the obliques. Maybe even a pop. If your back is like mine, or it loves these kind of stretches. We're going to come back to center. And we're going to lean to the other side of the left, moving your hands to the right. Good. Let's inhale, we'll come back to our center. Back up to all fours. And let's slowly walk our knees up. I want to move my knee, my right knee in between my hands. Then I'm going to walk out my back leg here. I'm going to get into a pigeon pose, so the back foot is going to relax. My knee will be bent, my foot, I'm going to move out just a little bit if I can. And I'm going to make sure I'm not on the side. My hips are pretty much squared. I'm just going to stretch out with a lying pigeon. Take a couple of breaths here. Good. On the next exhale, if you can, and you want to, you can walk it down to your forearms. And if you still feel like you could move a little bit more, on the next exhale, you can walk it down forehead all the way down to the mat. Stretching out this right side hip flexor, glutes, and then even the left hip flexor, opening up. Good. We're going to start to inhale, bringing it back up. So we're just going to inhale up to our forearms if you weren't already there. On the next inhale, we're going to come up to our palms. This time, we are going to roll onto our bottom. And we're going to switch to the other side. And we're just going to kind of do like a do-si-do. We're going to roll around to the other side to where our knee is up here. Now it's going to be my left knee. And I'm going to make sure it's in between my hands. And then I'm going to make sure my foot's out a little bit. My back foot is relaxed. I'm not on my hip. I'm going to come up to where I'm more of a, you can feel your pelvis is more squared and not leaning to one side. Take a couple breaths here. Good. On the next exhale, can you move it down a little bit more? If it feels good to you, go for it. If not, stay where you are. On the next exhale, can we go all the way down to the forehead, to the hands here on the mat? Good. Take another long breath in and out. Now, on the inhale, we'll start to raise it up to the forearms. Raise it back up if you need to the palms. And then we're going to move back into our all fours. And we're just going to keep our knees together, curl our toes, and we're going to go down into an extended child's pose. Leaning all the way down, forehead to the mat. Taking a couple of breaths here. Perfect. Hands are wide open, toes are curled under. Putting the weight back onto those ball of the foot here. We're going to inhale up into our down dog. Using the core. Good. Take a couple of breaths here in your down dog. You can walk it out if you need to. I want us to roll forward on our toes and you come up to a plank. Put your knees down. And we're going to lower it halfway. And then we're going to lower the chest, keeping our bottom up, coming all the way down, right? Hands are next to your chest, elbows are tucked in. I want us to inhale up into a cobra, stretching out that back, and just exhale, swaying it down. Now when you inhale up, hiss when you come down, exhaling through your mouth with clenched teeth. Just getting that cobra wave down. Inhale up. Good. I'm going to scooch back a little bit on my mat. I'm halfway out. Go ahead and bring your arms out. Oh yeah, I'll hit the fireplace. Let me scooch. There we Arms are out in front of you, legs are down. I want to raise up on an inhale and just fly. Exhaling down. We're going to repeat that a couple times. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Good. Again. On the next one, we can move our arms behind us like we would in locust. And you can have your palms facing up, and we'll inhale up, coming up, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good job. While we're here, we can move into a bow. I end up doing full bow, but I'm going to show you guys how to do side bow. So kind of scooch onto one side of your body or on your mat. So I'm going to move my left side over here closer to you guys. My forehead down. I'm just going to kick up my right foot. I'm going to reach back with my right hand. I'm going to grab my ankle. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this left hand and I'm just going to kind of push myself over onto my side so that I'm in a half bow.
That's wrong. I gotta fix it.
Now your other arm and leg are out. You can bend them and you kind of notice that you come up on your shoulders. You're opening that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And this helps you to get into almost, a full bow, but it's a side bow. Stretching it out, breathing. Then we're gonna extend the top. We're gonna roll back onto our belly. And we're gonna release. So now, to do the other side, I do like to move to the other side of the mat. So just because I have more mat room. So I'm going to move to the right side of my mat. This time I'm going to grab my left leg with left arm. And I'm going to push over onto my left side. There you go. So you've got your top arm and leg are free, they're straight.
Oops.
And you can just stay right there.
I can't quit.
Or you can grab.
There we go. There we go. I got it.
And breathe. Good. In and out through the nose. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Chest is open. Good. We're going to straighten out the top arm and leg, and we're going to roll back onto our belly and extend. Now, if you wanted to do full bow, you're going to stay right there. You look like you're in a beautiful Sphinx pose, so stay right there. For full bow, I'm going to reach back and I'm going to grab both. And I'm going to inhale coming up. And as you inhale and exhale, you rock like the bow. And you would come back down and release. That's a full bow. Now Nani has decided to already get into a Sphinx pose, which is great. So we're going to stay on our belly, but we're going to bring our elbows right underneath our shoulders. And what you're going to do, spread out the hands. You're going to push back. It's a very gentle back bend. You're going to look straight ahead, tightening those glutes a little bit to keep your body, relaxing the toes. There you go. Like with the Egyptian Sphinx that just sits there and watches everything as it comes by. This is us, our powerful moment. Beautiful. You hear the birds chirping outside. Let's go ahead and calm all the way down. Forehead down. And let's rock back into a child's pose. Knees out, toes together. Elbows down, forehead down. Just rock it side to side. Good. We're going to inhale and walk it up onto our bottoms. We're going to kind of scooch around, bring your legs around. I'm going to recenter on my mat here. Stretching your legs out. Straightening up your pants and all that jazz since you've been rolling around. Shirt's been up at the chest. We're going to start at staff. Putting our hands next to our hips. Feet are out straight. We're not going to lift the heels, but we are going to flex those toes back, straight back. Very strong, powerful. Inhaling, keep our toes flexed. As we exhale, let's point our toes. Inhale, let's flex them. Exhale, let's point them. Inhale. You guys have been doing great today. Keeping your toes flexed, let's inhale up. Reach to the sky, very straight back. And as we exhale, let's just hinge forward and see where you can hinge. When you're done hinging, just let your hands fall and let your back just round out. Kind of sway back and forth. May or may not be able to touch fully at this point. We're going to inhale and roll it up slowly. Hands back out your side on the exhale. Inhale it up one more time. Straight back, and let's exhale, hinging forward. Letting the hands fall where they might. If you can grab, great. If you need to bend your knees a little, you can. And just make sure once your back is gone as far as it can, just round it and relax it at that point. Looking down, you're going to straighten the back of this neck, and you're going to feel the pull from the neck and the spine. It's a very good strengthener, lengthener. Good. Let's walk both hands over to this right leg. And if you can't reach as far, you come over to the calf, that's fine. We're just going to reach. And let's see if you can twist a little. Twist back. Good. Inhale, coming back a little bit. Let's walk our hands to the other side. And let's see if we can twist a little open. Opening that chest all the way if you can. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Back. Take an inhale, straightening that back, and let's exhale, go a little bit further, deeper. Good. Let's inhale, slowly rolling it up, tracing your fingers along your legs. Good. If you want to, you can bend your right leg. And let's do left fingers come to your right toe. We're just going to stretch it out. Bring your other hand back behind you to brace yourself. There you go.
It's not my toe.
Do you need a strap?
Oh, I do.
We've got the purple one. If you want to, we're going to slowly just kind of twist this around to one side and see if it feels good on that side. Ooh, slowly.
Oh, sorry.
You're gonna bring it back to center, and we can bend it to release it back. Stretch it out. The other one, we're we're gonna grab, I'm gonna bend my knee first to get into it, the left toes, and it's gonna be my right fingers, and I'm gonna bring it up, bringing my hand back, and I'm just gonna extend it. And can you twist it over? You're gonna feel a stretch on this outer. Just go slow and easy. Don't be wild and crazy. Inhale, we're gonna come back. Exhale, bring it down. Nani likes to get a little wild. Let's go ahead and bring both feet together into our butterfly. You may want to squish, I always have to squish the fatty folds out so I kind of get on my sits bone, the little bony part that makes me balance a little bit better. Grab your toes. Straighten the back. And let's see if you can exhale forward a little bit. Stretching out the inner thighs, the legs, the back of the hip, the sacral area. We'll inhale coming up and just butterfly them out. Let your little butterflies fly. I can't stretch this much.
Mine are tall butterflies.
Yeah, she has tall butterfly wings. That's okay. That's okay, we're all different. Inhale. If you can, we're going to exhale. I'm going to grab my feet and I'm going to pull myself down a little bit further. You may or may not be able to. Straps may help. Oh yes, straps will help. When you start to feel a little bit, just stay right there. Don't try to go further and further. Inhale, we'll come back up. So we'll flap our little wings. Fly, fly away. I wish I was like a butterfly. I love how they just fly around and flitter, and they're so pretty. They're just so elegant when they fly around. That would be nice. Instead of, bouncing and tripping like we do. Little beautiful butterflies.
Very coordinated.
Go ahead, bring our feet down to the mat. We're gonna end up rolling back in a second, but we're gonna start with rolling back to boat. So grabbing your knees, just kind of walk your toes back. Find that area on your bottom, and if you need to, spread out the fatty flesh to find that bony bottom on your sits bone, to where you can balance, and you can bring up one toe, you can bring up the other. And we want to make sure we're not like way back. We want to keep a straight back if possible. And once you feel like, okay, you feel like you found your balancing area, can you straighten one leg? What about the other?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You can hold on if you need to.
I think I have to.
Let go if you can. And we're just going to try our balancing. Grab it anytime if you need to recenter yourself. Kind of relax a little bit, come back. Try your feet in different positions, lower. You can try them higher. Higher gets my thighs and my belly, but lower is really where I get the belly. Because I'm holding it in so tight.
Even if I'm holding them, I think I feel it.
Yes. Grab a hold. We're going to set them down for a second. We're just going to kind of grab and squeeze. Good. Let's go ahead and lay back slowly. So one vertebrae at a time. All the way down.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to slowly bring our legs up the wall. So we're bringing up one leg and the other. Hands are down beside you. Toes are flexed, so the toes are pointing back down toward your shins. If you need to, you can always put a little bit of your hands underneath to kind of keep those legs up if you feel like you are not angled it the right way or you need some lower back support. You can do that.
I can do my strap, could you? Hold them up.
beautiful, like straight legs. That's okay. Just try to get them up the wall. Letting as we walk all day long, we walk using our feet, our legs. Everything is flowing down to them. We're letting everything reverse flow back. Bringing it all back to our organs, our vital organs in the middle. So we're reversing the flow back. Just letting it refresh. It's always a good thing to do. Every day you can do it for like a minute or 2 or even 5 if you really want to do it for a long time. Good. We're going to bend those knees, bring them into you, nice and tight to you. Let's just rock them back and forth. Oh, massaging that back area. Oh, one of my favorite parts right here. Just massaging that lower back. Always a favorite. Let's release our hands and just windshield wiper. Going back and forth. Very slowly. And let's pick a side. We're going to let our legs fall. And if you need a block underneath them, or you can put your hand, kind of let your knees, if they won't go all the way to the ground, that's fine. Hand out. So whichever way your knees are facing, I want your head to face the other way. I want you to take a couple of breaths here and stay right there. Slowly move our knees back to center. And let's go the other way, letting them fall to the other side, which you can use a block. You can put your hand underneath. Arms are out. Whichever way your knees are facing, let's look the other way. Back up. We're going to bring our feet down to the mat. Let's slowly, one at a time, let's straighten out our feet. We're going to enjoy our corpse pose or savasana. So I want you to tighten up everything. If you can get into a relaxed state instantly and put your arms out, that's great. For me, I like to tighten, so I tighten the hands together. Bring them up like I'm going to do a crunch. Tightening my belly. I'm squeezing my bottom together. Squeezing my legs together. Curl those toes. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, you let everything go.
Oh, I love that.
Take yourself a deep breath in and out through the nose. And we're going to start making sure our toes are relaxed. With your feet, they should be kind of falling out to the side. Are your knees and thighs relaxed? Sometimes my bottom and lower back is still kind of pulsating, so sometimes I have to clench it and then relax, and it just helps it to relax a little further. Same thing with your belly. Is it relaxed? Your shoulders, if not, squeeze them together and then relax. How are your arms? Your fingers, if relaxed, should be kind of curled in. Neck should be nice and relaxed. Jaw is open. Tongue is away from the teeth, just relaxed. Just taking some breaths in and out. Since we were talking about butterflies earlier, let's just picture ourselves as a butterfly floating around. Looking friends coming to join. And as it flies away, do you see the sky? Do you see the ground more? Where is it floating to? Enjoy your flight as a butterfly. Take a good inhale and exhale through the nose for me. Let's start by just wiggling our fingers and toes a little bit. I'm going to start coming out of it. You can stay here longer if you like. We're going to start by gently starting to bend our knees, bringing our legs up. Very easy. Let's roll onto one side into a fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed, nice and gentle. Resting your head inside of your arm here. Your other hand, the palm is on the ground. Your knees are stacked. Feet are stacked. And let's start to raise it up. Keeping your eyes closed. We're going to end up in a seated position. And if you remember earlier, whichever way your feet were, let's change them up. Let's make sure they're the opposite. Sometimes I can't remember which way I put my feet. Who knows? And I'm going to remind you guys of a mudra that we use through the whole round today, which is the Anjali mudra. So we inhale up, hands come together, palms are together. There's a small little opening. You're not pressing too hard right now. You bring them down. This is your Anjali or Atma Anjali mudra. This is going to support your inner collection, creates harmony, balance, silence, peace. It activates your left and your right hemisphere, hands coming together. It can support meditation if you like. It can express gratitude or reverence and give thanks. And that's why we always use this when we end class and we end up saying our namaste, is to give our gratitude. Inhale, we're just going to bring it up to our third eye. The light in me honors, appreciates, and loves the light in each and every one of you. And if you will, bow with me. We will all say namaste. Hope you enjoyed Actively Amber, reaching restorative with mudras. Today was Jnana mudra and Chin mudra. Jnana is pointing up, Chin is pointing down. And then of course the Anjali mudra. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Bye.